Hello class, this week we're going to take a look at Excel Chapter 2, which begins on page 415 of your textbook. We're going to get started in Objective 1 as we have in prior weeks, just to kind of get you started on these exercises that are designed to get you prepared to do the final assignments in the chapters. So with that, let's get started. We'll first move on to the next page. This page, as usual, will show you what the project results will look like, as well as what starting file you'll need, as well as what you'll be saving the file as. So go ahead and make a note of that, and you can come back to that too as needed. As we get into Objective 1, we're going to go down here and to Step 1. Of course, we're going to get started here by starting the Excel program. Once that is open, we're going to open other workbooks and browsing. And to confirm the path, we're going to navigate to your student data files that you have and locate this E02A tree inventory file. So wherever you've saved your student data files, that's where you're going to be looking. So here it is. Click Open. Okay. And now that we have that open, we're going to go ahead and do a save as. We can do it the normal way. You can also press the F12 key as indicated here. Navigate to where you've been saving your files in step 3, and you're going to name it with last name, your last name, underscore first name, and then 2A tree inventory. So go ahead and do that. So I'm going to navigate to where I'm storing files. Actually, let's go back here. Okay, so 2A tree inventory. Got it? Okay. Now in step 4, it's telling you to scroll down and notice the worksheet contains data related to types of trees in inventory. It includes information about them. So if you scroll down, you can see that it's here. In step 5, in the column heading area, we're going to point to column C to display the pointer that looks like this. And we're going to drag to the right to select columns C and D. So go ahead here, see the pointer. You just drag with your mouse held down, the left mouse button, you can select both columns. On the Home tab in the Cells group, we're going to click the Insert button arrow and then click Insert Sheet Columns. So we want to go to the Home tab. Double check that. Cells group, Insert, and then Insert Sheet Columns. And you'll see what it did is it inserted 2 columns there in front of them because we had selected 2 columns up top. And now those new columns get labeled C and D, and the original ones just get bumped to E, F, etc. So that it's always in the same order. In step 6, we're going to click cell C11 and type 13,129. But instead of pressing enter, we're going to click the enter button on the formula bar to keep that as the active cell. So C11, 13,129, and then clicking this enter button here. In step 7, in the Home tab in the editing group, we want to click fill and then click flash fill. So let's go ahead and do that. So over here, we're going to click fill and flash fill, and notice it automatically fills these in down. And if you look what it's doing, see it matched up the 13,129 here to the 13,129 in this prior row, or prior column, excuse me. And so using that logic with flash fill, it basically pulled those same values from the other column over here. And if we scroll to the next page, you can compare your screen to figure 2.2. Now in step 8, near the lower right corner of cell C11, we're going to click the flash fill options button, and we'll notice there that you can undo flash fill, accept the suggestions, etc. We're not actually going to do any of them, but if you click it, you can see those are your options there. So in step 9, they want us to click cell D11 and type oak, and then we're going to do the same thing to keep the cell active by clicking this enter arrow. So go ahead to D11, oak, and clicking here. And once we've done that, we're going to press Control E which is the shortcut for flash fill. So Control E, and you can see the same thing here. And using the same logic, it essentially pulled these values from this column B. Now that we've done that, moving on to step 10, we're going to go ahead and select column B. So select it by clicking on it. In the cells group, we're going to click the delete button arrow and then click the delete sheet columns. So up here, click this arrow and then delete sheet columns. And now we've removed column B. Essentially what we've done is we've extracted the data from column B and put it in two separate columns because we wanted that data separate. Now the next step is going to be obviously to save your file, so go ahead and do that. And then we'll move on to activity 2.02. So in step 1, we're going to click cell B10, and we're going to type item number and press enter. So item number, enter. Now we're going to select column C, and in the home tab in the clipboard group, we're going to click the cut button. So go ahead and click column C. Now in the clipboard group, click the cut button. So this is going to basically cut this whole column. And then we're going to click cell H1, and in the clipboard group we're going to click the upper portion of the paste button. So go ahead and click H1, and by upper portion they mean don't click this bottom arrow, click up here. The bottom arrow will give us additional options, we just want to paste it as it is. So go ahead and click that. And what you'll notice is all the data that was in column C has been removed and it has been copied over to here. As pointed out here, you can also use Control X to cut or Control V to paste as shortcut keys. So in step 2, we're going to select and then delete column C. So using the same steps, we can either do it the way we did before by going up here and selecting this delete arrow, or you can just right click on the column heading and click delete. And there goes the old column C. Our next step is going to be to select columns A through G. Again, so up here, holding the left mouse button, select all those columns. And in the cells group, we're going to click Format and then click Auto Fit Column Width. So Format, Auto Fit Column Width. And what that does is it'll resize all these columns to best fit the data that's in it, so nothing gets cut off, but also so that it doesn't keep extra space that you don't need. Now we go down to step 3. So we're going to merge and center cell 1 across the range A1 to H1, and then apply the title style. So again, merge center cell A1. So what we do is we select A1, drag over to H1. Let's merge and center that. And they also wanted us to apply the title cell style. So go in here, go ahead and click title. And then we're going to merge and center cell A2 across the range A2 to H2 and apply the heading 1 cell style. So same thing here, merge and center, and give this the heading 2 cell style. Oh, excuse me, the heading 1 cell style. And then you can go ahead and compare your screen to figure 2.3, which is on the next page, and also save your workbook. So it should look essentially like this. Take a moment to review that. Then we're going to go on to activity 2.03. In step 1, we're going to click cell B4. We're going to click the Formulas tab, and in the Function Library group, we're going to click the upper portion of the Auto Sum button. So right here, clicking this top section, and you'll see it puts in the start of the sum formula. Going on to the next page in step 2, while you've got the insertion point blinking in the function, we're going to type the cell range A11 colon A39, and that'll sum all those values in that column. You're going to press enter. So A11, A39, press enter. Your value is 3022 as noted here. Go ahead and click cell B4 if it's not already selected, and then look in the formula bar and you can compare your screen here with this figure, and it should look like this. Now in step 4 we're going to click cell B5, And in the function library group, we're going to click More Functions, Statistical, and point to Average. You can look at the screen tip, and then we're actually going to click the average. So go here, More Functions, Statistical, Average. And then you're going to get this function arguments box. And what you want to do there, so you're going to, in the function arguments box in step 6 here, you're going to notice that B4 is highlighted right here. You're going to go ahead and press delete for that, and then you're going to type this range, D11 colon D39. So go ahead and type D11, D39, and then go ahead and compare your screen if you'd like with figure 2.7 on the next page. It's going to look like this. And then in the function arguments dialog box, we're going to click OK. And then click Save. And again, this should be your value. That's getting you the average price of those values. You're next going to continue on, and you're going to be doing similar stuff, but now you're going to use the median function in cell B6. And then you're going to go ahead and use the min and max functions in B7 and B8. And that'll get you through the rest of Objective 1. From there, go ahead and continue on with the remaining objectives until you get to that final document. But this should get you started with how to use some of these features, and I look forward to seeing your assignments this week. Have a good week.